Hello, my name is Danny DeLillo. Welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with MovieMaker magazine. We're here at the Cambridge Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood, and I'm here with Sarah Wilson Thacker and Steven Snyder with their movie, The Bright Side. Let's take a look at a clip.
As you turn down the lights, I forget all about the storm outside.
So guys, welcome to the studio. It's lovely to have you both here. Share us a brief synopsis of your film.
The Bright Side is a story of unrequited love set in the 1940s. It's a musical and kind of in the vein of Moulin Rouge. About two childhood friends who kind of have always had a thing for each other, but it's never been the right timing, and it's on the brink of World War II, and the main character, Leo, decides to finally give it a shot.
And Sarah, you directed the movie?
I did. I wrote and directed.
Wrote and directed the movie. Wow, it's quite an accomplishment. And guys, this film was premiered at New Filmmakers last night and was just amazing. I felt like everybody wanted to have a little dance afterwards.
There's a lot of singing in it.
A lot of
And some
singing.
dancing,
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Bright Side is at this wonderful period. You wrote the movie. How was that process for you?
The writing process, I mean, this was actually our thesis film at Chapman University, our
Wow.
MFA thesis film, and you know, it's great because when you're in that learning environment, you do get to dedicate a lot of time to pre-production that a lot of people, I think, don't have the luxury of. So it was great because we really got to explore it and workshop it and really narrow it down to just the nuts and bolts. So it was challenging, but it was a great process. Had a lot of support.
I can't believe this was your thesis film because the production quality was just impeccable. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. How did you guys come to work together?
I think you kind of sought me out after our first semester there, and we paired pretty early. And it was just, for me, it was awesome from the start, and to have such be able to be like a creative producer and be very active creatively on a project was great, not just someone there to fundraise. Like I had a voice in it, and when we first started, we had so many extra musical numbers that are not in the movie, like Panic at the Disco, like, oh, it's gone. Like, a lot of incarnations to get it down to what it was. And, I think it just kind of worked from the get-go, and it was fun from the beginning.
Yeah. Now, you know, obviously it's really difficult the casting process for any film, but you had some extraordinary talented people that were involved in your film, particularly the two leads. How did you find them?
Well, we worked with a great casting director, and then also through just kind of word of mouth and some friends, we found these two incredible leads who are kind of triple threats. Eric Chase Dom, he's a friend of our production designer that they kind of went to college, went to undergrad together, and his band The Brevet actually wrote two of the songs that are in the movie. So we initially met him to talk about licensing his music for the film, and found out he also acted and kind of auditioned on a whim, and he was just perfect. He was perfect for the part. And
Erin was actually in another student's thesis film, and she would sing off camera, her voice was so 1940s.
Wow.
Yes.
Decided to audition her, and turned out we went with her.
Yeah.
And then speaking of the fact that it's 1940s now, how do you capture that in 2015? What was the process? I mean, you obviously had some great people that you worked with.
Fantastic production designer, Rachel Geary. She was a pleasure to work with, and then I think a lot of it was in the locations. Wardrobe. I mean, it was definitely, you know, a collaborative effort, but I think that we spent a lot of time trying to find the right locations so that a lot of the work would be pre-done for us.
And where was a lot of your locations that you filmed?
All over San Gabriel, Fullerton. We shot in Redlands, Riverside, a lot in Orange County, Port of Los Angeles. So we were all over LA.
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. Now it's a 36-minute short film.
Yes.
Yes.
So not very short.
No, but
No.
I mean, how you put a musical in that is amazing to me. What were some of your biggest challenges making this film?
Well, I think that some of the biggest challenges were figuring out how much we could do realistically. I mean, the script started much larger with many more musical numbers than would have been right for it, and that we could have ever possibly done in our budget, and in the time that we had.
And then getting the budget to something reasonable. So cutting songs, cutting scenes, and figuring out how we can get wardrobe down, or how for makeup, we had a bunch of assistants that came from a school that were doing it as like an internship. So
That's
we
amazing.
were able to cut it down, and we got like grants through the school or through Panavision to help, and that was difficult in itself, figuring out how we had this monster of a movie and to make it on a student budget.
I just honestly, I don't know how they did it. You had all these extras who were just actually phenomenal as well, that were coming in and doing these wonderful dance numbers, which I thought was really interesting. What would you say? Would you say that looking back on your film, is there anything that you would change or do differently, or things that you've learned? Yes. Well, that's always good, right? It's the art of filmmaking.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, made a movie musical. Is that something that you both want to continue in, or do you looking to move in a different direction?
I love the genre, the movie musical, and I think it's great, kind of the rebirth of the genre that we've been seeing over the past couple of years. I think that there's a lot of potential to continue growing in that genre, and I would love to explore it in the future. I think that the things that really get me excited, great epic romances, and I love a good dance number.
Yeah, and I don't exclusively want to produce musicals, but making this one was so much fun, and I'd totally do it again. And it's something that lasts a little bit longer because now you have the music in your car, and like there's an added component to it that just makes it so much more enjoyable.
It was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And music is something I'm passionate about outside of movies, so combining the two is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the fact you had some amazing numbers that we all recognise in there as well, and some new stuff as well, which was really interesting. That was your thesis film, and now you're out in the wide world, which is fantastic. And Sarah, you're from Tampa, Florida.
I am.
Yeah, and Stephen, you're from
New Orleans.
I mean, what a great combination to have here in Los Angeles. So, what's next for you individually?
Continue trying to write and direct. I
Yeah.
mean, it's the grind, but
Working at a production company as an assistant, working my way up, and
Good.
still reading whatever she throws my way, and
That's
see what
amazing.
we can do next.
And after after releasing your film, baby, what is it like to be selected for New Filmmakers Los Angeles?
it's really exciting.
It's awesome. It's a vote of confidence. We put everything into this movie and spent a lot of our own money into this movie, so to have other people kind of acknowledge what we did is really nice.
Well, it's great to screen it in LA again. I mean, it's always great to have other filmmakers come out and talk to them about their films, and I think New Filmmakers is a great environment, and it's awesome what they created. So it's an honor.
Well, welcome to the family. We loved your movie. I still got the songs in my head. I danced by myself and some of your numbers. But no, you did a really fantastic job, and I really look forward to seeing much more of your work as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.